units.
Okay.
Okay? And so we have 6 thematic units through the year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We've already done Unit 1, which is Early Civilizations, which is Egypt and Mesopotamia.
Okay.
Okay? Unit 2 is the one that we're finishing up from now until December,
Okay.
which is the Ancient Rome and Greece. And so these are all the standards that
Oh, awesome.
we're going to be covering. And then there is a sheet. Give you. It basically is just an overview of what we teach during this thematic unit.
Okay.
Okay? Now I have a lot more finishing up in December. So this is the more detailed, basically of this. And then I also have a scope and sequence that's day by day.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys, now does it give you lessons for like, so the ELA portion, is that like within that?
Yeah,
Or-
ELA is, because we're doing thematic units, our ELA is combined with our humanities.
Okay.
So right now we are reading the Odyssey, and then they are doing myth. So the kids had to complete a research project about something in nature, like the seasons or why the sun rises and sets.
Okay.
And then now they're in the middle of taking that same topic and writing a myth about it, which covers all of our narrative standards, also covers our research standards, embedded into our study of Roman and Greek.
Cool.
So, and that's what it's basically going to be throughout the year. When we come back in January, we'll be doing ancient India and China.
Okay.
So,
Have you planned your lessons for the rest of the year?
not all of them, but most of them. I'll show you my scope and sequence.
I know it's like your classroom.
Yeah, we'll go through that. So this is what my scope and sequence looks like. It's on an Excel sheet.
Okay.
And I can, it's a Google Doc, so I can share it with you.
Oh, awesome.
So, so I have all of them for the year. We already did, this is early civilizations. This is Rome and Greece. And it's mapped out for the week, so like we're on week. Yeah, we just finished the Iliad, and now we're into the Odyssey. So it's basically broken down into the math, it's broken down into reading and writing, and it's broken down into humanities.
Okay.
And so like right now, we're finishing up our Greek and Roman myths, and next we're going into our study of Greek philosophers. We're going to do Plato, Aristotle, Hypatia, Euclid, and again, we're starting to ask that next one. And we're also going to be starting Unit 3 in math, which I haven't mapped out yet, which we do Engage NY. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. Yes, Engage NY is basically the closest curriculum there is to Common Core.
Okay.
Okay. It used to be all online, and they started now to bind it and sell it. But so we'll be getting those. We have not gotten Unit 3 yet, which is one of the reasons why we're still waiting. We're supposed to be getting those sometime before Thanksgiving.
Do they do it? Is it online or is it like a full?
Both.
Okay.
Okay. I can give you the online version so that you can peruse it. It's
Okay.
Then we also have the bound version. So I will let you guys see that. We will be starting that in January.
Right.
So I can actually walk you through how we map that one out as we do it.
Awesome.
So that'll give you that experience of, here's my curriculum, now what do I do?
That's my big thing. Is because I've been working with kids for so long and everything that like the management and like dealing with them, I feel like I'm pretty comfortable with that aspect. For me, it's like developing your timeline of your lessons and organization of it. And how often do you like change your lesson plan? Do you ever change that day and like?
It really depends. It really depends on what's going on in the classroom, which is you have to really be flexible.
Yeah.
Like today, logic-based learning and thematic-based learning, excuse me. So we really want to make sure we get as many of those things in and as many modalities that we can. We have 31, I have 30 kids now. I lost one yesterday. That's okay. Not unless he moved, but so we have a big class. We have a lot of kids, and trying to make sure that all of the kids are kept interested in what we're doing is really, really important. So we try to phase our style and teaching methods a little bit to meet those kids. We have a lot of artistic kids We also have some very literary kids are just, will take off and would read my entire Odysseus book from cover to cover if I let them. It's like, so we have to like slow some of them down just to discuss things, but then I give them extra things to do to keep them challenged, and so like they're doing a couple of projects on the side, doing deeper research, those kind of things. So we try to hit as many and differentiate to our kids within our curriculum. And then we do our science thematic units the second part of the year. And our second part of the year, science units are going to be based on human impact.
Okay.
So we have 3 basic units. We're going to do human impact in the oceans. It's the other one. Human impact and atmosphere, human impact, land and body. Okay. And again, we have a binder for each one, and I can make you copies of the entire binder. We base all of our science standards on the new generation standards.
Nice. That's what I did one of my big unit lesson plans I already had to do.
Yep. So it's a big unit. We have about 5 weeks per unit when it comes to the science units, which are not as many. We had 7 and 8 for humanities. The reason for that is because we're testing in May. So that cuts down our time frames a little bit in order to get it all in. And again, we have a couple field trips and some projects that go into all of this. And this is is basically telling me, these is what I have to do, these are the requirements I need to meet, and then we can map out how we're going to get.
Okay, gotcha. I've got a whole evaluation sheet that I can share with you. From our program, and so it's like a rubric of what has to get done, and so I can. Because if I know what you need, I can easily provide it for you. Because I know that at some point you're gonna have to come up with some of your own lesson plans and your own curriculum, and I want to give you the space to do that. So I also want you to be able to use the. And I'll probably definitely just run everything by you.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
Makes sense. So then, as far as your classroom, are there like specific routines you just have every day, or?
Yes, basically, and I can type this all out for you minute by minute, or we came up with at the beginning of the year, we made up our own classroom agreements. The kids designed it themselves. As a community, I said, okay, how does a community function? And we had major discussions about, the goods, the bads, how things should work. So we came up with our own classroom agreements, and then this is a copy that I will also give to you. That says this is what we've agreed to act, how we've agreed to act and behave in our classroom. And the kids came up with these all on their own. I did not help them. So number 1 is treat others the way you want to be treated. Number 2, listen when others are speaking, which includes hands still, eye contact, and voices off. They came up with those. I was like, cool. Raise your hand if you want to speak respectively or to leave your seat. Number 4, be kind and helpful. 5, share ideas. And 6, find a win-win solution when solving problems. And make good choices. And then 8 is the only one that I added because it kind of just summarized everything that they had already come up with, which is think, is it true, helpful, inspiring, necessary, and kind. And you can do that. That incorporates pretty much all of the rest of them. And they signed it at the bottom, and so those are our.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. So I always remind them, and the kids all know when I pick up my little waffle chocolates. And they basically get marks for if they're not following one of the behaviors. If they get 3 marks in a day, they lose recess time. If they get 5 marks, they get a contact with parents and lose recess time. And then they also have to do a think sheet, which is basically they have to fill out this little questionnaire, and it basically just, I broke this following rule, I chose to break it because as a result this is what happened, this is what I need to do next time to avoid it, and this goes on to their classroom. And 10 marks, which is a computer program based for math. And so if everything comes to me through the Google Docs, and I can check it, and I know exactly if they finished the assignment or not, and that's where I mark up on the board. I haven't turned these items into.
Have you found that works just as well as sending home like paper homework, or is it more difficult?
Actually, I really enjoy the Google Classroom because as a teacher, I keep everything in one spot. I can make comments to them, shoot it back really quickly, and they can make, you know, it's, within one night, I shot back 2 or 3 assignments to a child, and they shot it back to me, is this good, did I fix it?
Okay.
All within, you know, an hour period in the evening, where it would take 3 days to do that if I had to wait for them to bring it to me in the classroom and send it back, they come home, they fix it today. So it's really nice in that form. It is sort of a problem when you have families who don't have computers that are working or have internet access. Like I have 5 kids right now who I also send home paper copies of their homework when they do it on the 10 marks. It's not as good as the 10 mark program because the 10 mark program is also part of Khan Academy research on the computer. So, yeah. So we do, like I said, we do have other modalities for those kids who can't either have access or don't use access or but again, it is where we're going, so we try and make it a very big emphasis here, especially in the junior high, that students that come should have the access to internet or equipment.
And you guys provide the computers for them
In the classroom.
in the classroom?
Yes, not at home.
Do you guys send home at the beginning of the year, like you should have these things?
Yeah, the parents all signed agreements at the beginning of the year saying that this is what is expected, this is what we can provide at school, and you know, the parents have to sign that.
Do you ever let the kids take a computer home?
I don't.
Yeah.
Supposedly there are loaner computers, but they do that out in the front office.
Okay.
But those computers stay here. I have allowed my after-school kids to take their computer to the after-school and then bring it back or put it in my box before they leave.
Okay.